Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Fix. I'm Coach Dave, and today we're going to be talking about knee pain, specifically something I've been dealing with over the past month or two here that I've been doing a lot of research on is some knee clicking, and it kind of pulls through the back of the knee. So in the bottom of a squat, it kind of feels like the knee is shifting or very unstable, and I've been trying to figure out what exactly it is. So doing some research into it, I basically have what they call lifter's knee. So lifter's knee is basically three different things and three different components that are kind of pulling and causing some shearing force in the knee. So basically, it kind of happens where we drive the knees out, and I am prone to driving my knees out excessively, which puts a lot of pressure or a lot of use on these adductor muscles, okay? So when we're driving them out, these start to fire a lot more. And so what's happening is these peroneal muscles on the outside are always really, really tender for me, okay? So, and what these muscles do, they tend to shift the toe out, okay? So they want my knee to kind of, or the bottom of the leg to do this with my foot, and then these adductors want to pull my knee in. So you can see it's already unstable in this position. It creates that shearing force in here. Now I put myself under load, so they're kind of fighting against each other, and that puts pressure in that high hip area back here in my, where my pocket would be. So I'm going to show you guys 4 drills that you can do to kind of loosen this up. I've been doing this about a week, and massive changes, the clicking and the instability in my knee, and the pain has been going away and subsiding. So I figured if it's working for me, I'm gonna show you guys what to do, all right? So you're gonna need a peanut lacrosse ball, a regular lacrosse ball, an ab mat for your knee later, and then a PVC pipe. You can do the knotted roller, or you can do a regular foam roller, okay? But the very first one, we're gonna try to loosen up that peroneal muscle on the outside of our calf. We're just gonna sit on the foam roller kind of in this fashion, okay? So we're looking to try to get up on the top of that hip, and also mainly putting a lot of pressure on the calf muscle. So we're gonna work on that outside, kind of leaning onto it, kind of twisting the foot a little bit into circles when I hit a spot that's kind of like, ooh, that feels pretty tight right there, okay? So obviously when we run, we flex our foot. When we're doing double unders, we flex those feet so the calf can get really, really, really tight. So I know that this side already, I can feel it. We're working the knee all the way down to the ankle, right where that little knot, the little spot that sticks out at the side of your foot there, all the way down. Find a spot, hang on it, press into it. And this might take you about 2 minutes because you're also working back here in that hip. Okay, so 2 minutes in this position. Make sure you loosen it up, put a lot of pressure in there, and when you feel like, hey, the pain or it's kind of subsiding, you're loosening up some of that fascia, things are making change, you move on to it. We're going to move on to the next one. So I'm going to move the camera just a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing here. All right, it wants to behave now. Earlier it was falling over. I apologize, guys. This weekly fix is going to be quite a long one. This will probably be our longest one to date. But we're gonna take the single lacrosse ball. We're gonna put it, we usually do this up in the piriformis, but we wanna go a little higher, okay? This is gonna be up in that hip, kind of like where the top of your back pocket would be. And you're gonna find that spot, kind of where the hip joint meets right there, where the femur bone would come into contact with your hip. You'll find it, once you kind of hit that spot, there it is. We're gonna kind of trap the knee with this foot, so it's a straight leg, and then we want to lean back on it, and you're going to go side to side, and it's pretty painful. That is definitely where I'm tight, right in there, okay? So that's going to mess up, that can, if we're dealing with knee pain, you're going to go up and down the chain, right? Just because we have the knee doesn't mean it's necessarily the knee. We got to go hunting and finding these positions. Over time, this was causing me some back pain because it's so tight that I'm being pulled on this side, and it's causing shearing force in my hips, which is causing me some back pain. So we alleviated most of these problems by doing these drills here. So we're gonna hang out here until all of a sudden I kind of loosen things up, probably about 2 minutes. The next one is we're gonna do pretty much a banded pigeon, but we're gonna do something a little differently, okay? So we wanna make sure we get into that band. The band's gonna go high up in the hip, and we wanna create some tension. The mat here is going to be so I can come down here, and what I want to do is take this hip and I want to shift kind of this way as I'm pulling my hip and blowing it out that side here, okay? We want to try to get this foot as high as we can go. You don't want to be feeling it in the knee, but you do want to be feeling it kind of in that same spot you were just crossbowing it. We're going to pull against the band, shift the hip out, and kind of hang out here until you feel like you've loosened things up. You can kind of do some PNF as well. We're going to squeeze and pull against it, and then we're going to relax and let the band pulls back in there. 5 seconds of pulling, squeezing, kind of shooting out this hip here, squeeze, pull, 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 and then relax, okay? And then our final one, we're going to take a double lacrosse ball, and this works better if you're on a box, okay? So hanging off the leg off the end of the box. Take this double lacrosse ball, and we want to put it up underneath the leg, not necessarily on the hamstring. You're going to go on off to the side, okay? So again, I said this would work better if you're sitting on a box. I'm going to spare you guys me moving the camera around and resetting it up, but you be on the box. My leg's going to hang off the side here, so I would then kick my leg out, okay, because I'm trying to smooth out and peel those muscles so they're moving properly, they're not glued down, because there's like 3 or 4 different muscles in here, and if they get glued down together and the fascia gets super tight, it's not moving properly, and that kind of pulls the kneecap as things get tight. You can pull the kneecap, and that's where we're feeling that instability happening. If I can free up some of these muscles in here and make things slide and glide properly, and there we go, about mid-thigh, I found a spot. Ideally, I would take a kettlebell or a 45-pound plate on top of this, and that's like, it's been crazy how much pressure and relief I've been having with just doing this. We're gonna find that spot, kick the leg out with the weight on top of it, creating some change, and then go back and test it. And then you can see, as I've loosened things up, there we go. I'm in the bottom of a squat, my knee, I've been really working on that. Last week I was testing this. My knee liked to shoot in and kind of be pulled by these adductors, right? So that's putting that shearing force on the knee, and that's why we're getting the knee pain. So if you want to see if you're doing it, record yourself, watch your camera in slow motion. You'll probably see something more like this, right? We'll have a little bit of instability. It might not be exaggerated like that, but that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a little bit of shifting in that knee, and that's what's causing that shearing force and pain in the knee. There's 4 drills you guys can do. Hope this helped. Again, I know this is a longer video, but I felt it was important enough to share with you guys. Hopefully you guys get some value. See you guys next week on the Weekly Fix. Remember, shoot me some messages if you guys are having some pain or issues that you need me to resolve. I love answering you guys' questions, love helping you guys out. So if you have something, go ahead and shoot me a message on Instagram. I'll be happy to help you guys out. That's it. See you guys next week.